Hello, America. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I'll tell you what we'll do. I don't disappoint you guys. As promised. Let's carry on here. Hey, turn this thing. Let me tell you something, America. What do you think about a family that's so fucked up that a man can go through the birth of a grandson, followed by COVID, which prevented him from seeing his grandson, although they were in the same city, till he was 6 weeks old. Then right after that, or right in that same time frame, the dude falls out of his Jeep, breaks his damn femur right at his hip, snaps that sucker. He's in the hospital, has his 10 millimeter titanium rod installed from his hip all the way down to his knee. This is all early February last year. Then by March 23rd, I believe it was, he receives the answer to a friend request he put on Facebook. He put on Facebook like 8 years ago a friend request to his brother, Steve Hightower. You know how Steve answered that? He answered his brother when his mama died. He answered the friend request. That's the only way he knew to get a hold of him, I guess, or I guess he figured that's the easiest way. Answered that friend request and said, well, mama passed away. Old Jefferson was like, what? What are you talking about? It's been 10 years with that woman and she seemed pretty well when I left. Everything was going good till she moved over to Wheeler's house. Then it just went tits up. So we're looking at that, and immediately after that, the dude becomes homeless. Yeah, homeless. His cousin, Chris Wheeler, sends him an email, says, Scott, you can never come back to Locust Fork. So him and his mama was living in a house that she provided. So she pulled that right up from under his feet. Then there was a matter of $13,000 that his mama had in a joint bank account. A bank account was in her name, but he was the beneficiary. And they went to the bank together and set it up that way. And specifically so anybody could put money in there, but only she could take it out until she died. Then it would be his. Her son, Jeffrey Scott. Well, Janice got sick late the previous year, 21. Was it 21? Yeah. And after 2 surgeries where 2 different doctors, the first one was all right. Her mind was fine after that. Still had a little trouble with her back, but she fell again or something and ended up at another hospital and down there in Hoover. And they discovered cancer and some shit in her woman parts. And no, I didn't see her for like 5 days. They opened her up and cut stuff out, and Mama was never the same after that. You see, I found out from the doctor that after the fact, elderly folks shouldn't be put under anesthesia that close together. Well, that happened within like a week. So Mama was out of her mind, walking around the house just doing crazy stuff. I mean, just barely could move. Then I look in there and she's bending over, picking shit up. Crazy, crazy stuff. And I would video it to send to my brother, Steve, and just let him know I needed some help. He called Mother. He called our mother, said, I don't see my mama like that. You think I did, you motherfucker? You think I wanted to see my mama suffer like that? While you sit down there fucking living a high life with your fucking RV that your fucking ugly ass girlfriend's family gave you the money to buy. And then I come home after being out on a mission, fucking laid up into my backyard in fucking RV like Cousin Eddie style. My damn backyard. Then he proceeds to build a fucking chicken coop back there. A chicken coop in the fucking backyard. I made all these issues, you know, he didn't mind helping Mr. Wheeler. That was Chris Wheeler's husband, who's dead now too, from what I understand. Anyway, he didn't mind helping her till she called in an opportune time a few times. And all of a sudden, he's thinking, damn, this ain't working out, like I thought it was. It's all nice and cool when I got here, but now, hell, they're expecting something of me. So, one morning before daylight, that fucking camper's gone. That RV's gone. I ain't seen his ass since. Chris was pissed. She was pissed. that he left. I kind of understand. Doing all that shit, building fucking chicken coop back there and stuff. The damn chickens, he wasn't there long enough for the damn chickens to even get grown. They didn't sell them to somebody. And they weren't even good, big enough to eat. Weren't laying eggs, nothing, just. Anyway, so they roll down to Gulf Shores and they buy a damn brick house. You know, they live in Lars down there. In the meantime, here it is, and it's up to like April now. So I go to see my grandson, Rexford. And I basically just have to show up, wasn't invited, just show up and finally I just stayed. I stayed 10 fucking days. I took care of that boy. Anytime he cried, I'd go get him in the middle of the night so they could sleep. They'd fucking wake up acting like oblivious, like I hadn't done shit. Hell, but after 10 days, I knew it was time for me to go. I had to do something. I didn't know what I was gonna do. So this is like the end of April, 2022. I had made up my mind. I said, I gotta go for their sake. I can't be a burden for them anymore. And I gotta do something for myself. I don't know what it is. So I left Foley, Alabama, headed north, got to I-10, went west, drove straight to the VA in Biloxi, Mississippi. Walked in there and told them I'm a veteran in crisis. They said, you thinking about hurting yourself? I said, yes. They scooped me up, treated me like a damn king. So gentle and nice to me and wasn't all freaky. Oh, you damn crazy bastard. Why you want to do that, you motherfucker? No, it's all like, this woman, I can't remember the girl's name, but she knows who she is. She reminded me of my cousin, Sheila. She was she's real tough, but tender, She would share with me things about she had lived on this farm and building stuff and all that. And it was real she became a friend in a few days, and I love that girl. Not in some freaky kind of way, I love her heart and the compassion she had on me and really helped save me. Now, don't get me wrong, I wasn't planning on killing myself. I don't never want to kill myself. If you tell me you ain't never had that thought, you're a fucking liar. All kinds of shit goes through our minds. Like I could be saying this right now. Hell yeah. And I was honest. I was bombarded by those thoughts. It's like, because my mind was I hadn't slept in like 10 days hardly. I had to get some sleep. So anyway, they rolled me in there. I ate 3 meals a day and 3 snacks a day and slept. And that's how I recovered. No dope. I left there with no more medications than I went in with. And again, I was at a crossroads. What the hell am I gonna do now? So on that Friday, the 29th, drove my ass back over to Foley. And on the way, I turned on my Uber Eats app and did like 3 deliveries that night. Made about $60-something just doing 3 deliveries. Tried to sleep in the back seat of my car, my little Jeep, in the Walmart parking lot. Just a couple of minutes from my son's house. And a couple of miles down the road from my so-called brother's house. Couldn't sleep. That was fucking miserable. Sticky and just hot and I said, screw this, I gotta do something. So the last day of April 2022, I turned on that Uber Eats app, put my ass to work. By the end of the day, I'd made over $300 in South Alabama. That's pretty good money, man. I was taking people from Gulf Shores and the beach down there over to Pensacola Airport. But the sucky thing about that, once you left fucking Alabama, you couldn't pick nobody else up, so you was deadheading back, man. That's some straight up bullshit. People in that situation, that's screwed up, man. I could take all the people over there, but hell, I couldn't bring them back. Couldn't bring anybody back, so you're just fucking wasting time and money. Anyway, I did that all day long, made like $300. After it got dark, I was back up in Foley for my last delivery. Went over to the Applebee's, got me a steak, some mashed potatoes and broccoli, 1 beer just to calm down. Got on my Priceline app on my Apple phone. Booked me a 1-way ticket to Denver, Colorado. Had just enough money for the ticket and a room for a week in a shitty hotel with a bunch of tweakers. And enough to rent a car for a week. So I got out there, got to my hotel like Sunday, the 1st of May, 2022. I got a hold of Uber, said switch me over to Colorado. You do all that on the app and it says this may take up to 5 days before you get switched and you can't do anything in the meantime. You can't deliver food, anything, which I kind of understand because they have to do a whole new background check because each state has different regulations. Like in Colorado, we can drive 16 hours a day, but in California, it's like 10 hours a day. and different bullshit. You know, I can qualify to drive in one state, maybe not in another, just because of some bullshit technicality. You had a arrest on your record 6-7 years ago, not a conviction. You just got arrested. Hell, oh, that sucker is dangerous. No, they never took me to court. I'm not saying I did that, but I'm saying any kind of bullshit like that can, they just, if it shows up, hell, you fucked. Excuse my language. No, fuck it. You are fucked. It's hard to get that shit off there too. Anyway, I digress. Let's get on to the good stuff, shall we?